Welcome. I am Coach Drew. This is the world of basketball, and our world is in turmoil this week, right here on BallCourt. Welcome back to BallCourt. It has been a tough week for all of us in the world of basketball. Our world has been turned upside down with the news that took place on Sunday morning. Here on the Pacific Coast in California, Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant died in a California helicopter crash. And the part that was the most hurtful, it was that he died alongside 8 amazing people. Gianna Bryant, Coach John Altobelli, Kerry Altobelli, and their daughter Alyssa Altobelli, who was a teammate of Gianna's, as well as Coach Christina Mauser, the pilot Ara Zobayan, Sarah Chester, and another teammate, Peyton Chester. They were on their way to a tournament at the Mamba Academy, in the Mamba Sports Academy. When the news came, games immediately, as you can understand, were canceled. People gathered on one court and took to a knee as they were set to play Jason Terry's daughter's team. And in such a competitive game, it rattled not only Los Angeles, but it rattled the world. This show we're going to go ahead and dedicate to the life, the legacy, and the legend himself, Kobe Bryant. During this time, we're going to speak of different things. We're gonna bring video and hear words from different people who meant something in Kobe's life. And these words hopefully will help others find comfort as well as bring us joy. We were all rattled that morning here at CWN Sports. A legend was lost. But we're going to celebrate the life of Kobe Bryant. So I want to go ahead and jump in right away. You know, it was a lot of things that was taking place during that time and a lot of ways that people were feeling. And the one thing that helped me get through this was hearing how others were dealing with it. I could sit here over and over, but the first words that I read from Nike's, their first statement, actually almost drove me to tears. And I want to go ahead and read this to you, right? Alongside with millions of athletes and fans throughout the world, we are devastated at today's tragic news. We extend our deepest sympathies to those closest to Kobe, especially his family and friends. He was one of the greatest athletes of his generation and has had an immeasurable impact on the world of sport and the community of basketball. He was a beloved member of the Nike family, and we will miss him greatly. Mamba forever. And as we approach moving on forward and we look at those words, Mamba forever, we think about the times that he had during his time, the times that we got to see. We got to see a phenomenal type of Kobe. A Kobe who will go the extra length to show you that he will always work harder than you. That was going to always be his advantage over you. That tomorrow, whatever you do, you are still behind all the work that he has put in. And a lot of people was conflicted with that. As a matter of fact, Dwight Howard, in his first stint with the Lakers, could not measure up to that work ethic that Kobe was looking for. Oh yeah, they had their problems. He went back and forth. But in lieu of what took place, even Dwight Howard, they mended prior to this happening. They mended that tension that was between them. And every day that he was in a Lakers uniform this time around, he was making Kobe proud. And these words that he said to his friend, to his colleague, to his mentor. He was truly a loss for words, as he posted on his Instagram. I was not expecting to wake up on the plane and hear the news. Brothers fight, argue, and hate each other at times, but we never stop loving each other. I love you. We love you. Thank you for inspiring the world in so many ways. Just a little clip of what Dwight Howard was even stating. This time was a painful time. We all cried. We all shed tears. Let's hear from, in Dwayne Wade's own words, let's hear exactly what was taking place during that time for him.
It seems like a bad dream. You just want to wake up from. It's a nightmare. I know we all feel the same way about such a great leader, just a great champion, a great person. You got a chance to know Kobe. You got a chance to really know Kobe. Ain't nobody better, man. Emotions are all over the place. These are the moments when you ask why. Heart thoughts goes out to Kobe's family, his daughter Gigi. This is Saturday. There's no way around it.
And we are 100% in agreement with Dwayne Wade. Today was a sad day. Our hearts go out for everyone involved, for all the families that was touched and was hurt during this time, especially those who lost a loved one. We understand that we lost a legend, and we understand that your loss is much greater for losing that loved one. But the pain cannot be subsided by, comparing who hurts more. It's just a time that we can grieve together. So I want to go ahead and also give a chance for Doc Rivers. His statement as well. This was a statement from Doc Rivers.
I just don't have a lot to say. The news is just devastating to everybody who know him a long time. And, he means a lot to me, obviously. He was such a great opponent, It's what you want in sports. He had that DNA that very few athletes can ever have. The Tiger Woods and the Michael Jordans. It's funny. I was getting to know him more since he retired. This is a tough one. We have to go play. The news is just devastating for Vanessa and his family. And
those are some strong words from Doc Rivers. And as a leader that he is, his very uplifting words as well. We spoke with, matter of fact, his best friend, Rob Lincoln. I apologize. I've utterly broken up about this. It's something that is something that touched us here at CWN Sports very deeply, being for the fact that our company is rooted out of Philadelphia. It was a very strong feeling for that young Philadelphia lad that came up, and as well as being a Lakers fan, it's something that was deep inside of me. So I apologize if it seems like I'm stumbling over my words at times. It's due to the fact that that pain is there. But Rob Pelinka, issued a statement on Sunday. I lost my best friend and my sweet goddaughter. With that, there has been an amputation of part of my soul. Kobe was a force of nature, deep and obsessed with excellence. He was wise, determined, passionate, a visionary beyond measure, a dedicated and loving husband, and a girl dad like no other. When he walked into a room, the energy ignited. He was high voltage with a motor that had no limits. His mind had an infinite capacity to learn. He was, simply put, the most inspirational athlete of our time. What the world may not know is that he was also the best friend anyone could ever have. Gigi was pure joy. Her smile brought comfort to any and every occasion. She was brilliant, kind, and warm. And like her dad, when she stepped onto the basketball court, she took on an entirely different nature. And boy, could she play. Her basketball destiny was apparent, and the world knew it. She was also an extraordinary, loyal, and supportive sister, and a wonderful friend to my children. My son and my daughter always left time for Gigi, feeling better about life itself. Everything Gigi stood for, I am proud of. Maya Angelou once wrote, "When great trees fall, lions hunker down in tall grasses." What I am daily learning is that after the tragic loss of these 9 souls, life on this side of eternity will never be the same. For any of us who knew them, there is an irreplaceable void left behind. But I am finding that there is hope. For now, each new step for me will be full of deep love and prayers, as a heavy sorrow for Vanessa, Natalia, Bianca, and Capri, and all the families involved is slowly redeemed into something healed and new. I am coming to realize that nothing can separate any of us from the love and inspiration we've received from Kobe and Gianna. Nothing at all. Their lives have shown me that death has no victory. Last Sunday is not the end of the story. It's just a new beginning. Kobe and Gigi's legacy will live on and gain even more power and influence. All of us touched by them will now try to become torch carriers of their legacy. And while we do that, we can be certain of this: Kobe and Gigi will continue on forever, playing a joy-filled game of basketball in heaven above. Those were the words of Rob Pelinka, Kobe's best friend and Gigi's godfather. We're going to go ahead and take a break. I'll be right back. I'm Coach Drew, and this is BallCourt, the world of basketball. Welcome back to BallCourt. I am Coach Drew, and this is the world of basketball. And as you all know, our world has been flipped upside down. Things has rocked the way we feel each and every day about basketball moving forward. Yes, we are speaking about the death of Kobe Bryant. And in this time, this whole show is going to be a celebration towards Kobe. This is going to be pretty much part of CWN Sports' second line for Kobe. So we're gonna talk about all the great things. As a matter of fact, let's talk about what LeBron had to state on this. Now, mind you, LeBron, within the last 12 hours prior to Kobe's death, spoke to Kobe twice. As a matter of fact, it was right after he passed Kobe on the all-time scoring list. He spoke with him, not knowing that will be one of the last times he spoke with him. But here's his statement on Kobe's passing. I am not ready, but here I go. Man, I'm sitting here trying to write something for this post, but every time I try, I begin crying again. Just thinking about you, niece Gigi, and the friendship bond brotherhood we had. I literally just heard your voice Sunday morning before I left Philly to head back to LA. Didn't know for one bit in a million years that would be the last conversation we had. I'm heartbroken and devastated, my brother. What? Man, I love you, big bro. My heart goes to Vanessa and the kids. I promise you, I'll continue your legacy. You mean so much to us. Here, especially Laker Nation. And it's my responsibility to put this stuff on my back and keep it going. Please give me the strength from the heavens above and watch over me. I got us here. There's so much more I want to say, but just can't right now because I can't get through it. Until we meet again, my brother. Mamba for life. Gigi for life. Those were the words of LeBron James. And the sound of those words is going to make this season even more important. We can't guarantee anything because, as we know, in the NBA season, anything can happen. But I can tell you this, that motivation in that locker room from that team has grown 10 times more. And I, for one, cannot wait to see how things are now that the focus is that Mamba mentality that they have. Now, we all sat back and waited to hear how Vanessa Bryant was going to respond and what her words would be. And of course, we want to wait patiently because we have to respect her privacy, especially during this very hard time of hers, losing a husband and a daughter. But these were the words that the kind words that were spoken, that she wrote. My girls and I want to thank the millions of people who've shown support and love during this horrific time. Thank you for all your prayers. We definitely need them. We are completely devastated by the sudden loss of my adoring husband, Kobe, the amazing father of our children, and my beautiful, sweet Gianna, a loving, thoughtful, and wonderful daughter, an amazing sister to Natalia, Bianca, and Capri. We are also devastated for the families who lost their loved ones on Sunday, and we sharing their grief intimately. There aren't enough words to describe our pain right now. I take comfort in knowing that Kobe and Gigi both knew that they were so deeply loved. We were so incredibly blessed to have them in our lives. I wish they were here with us forever. They were our beautiful blessings taken from us too soon. I'm not sure what our lives hold beyond today, and it's impossible to imagine life without them. But we wake up each day trying to keep pushing because Kobe and our baby girl Gigi are shining on us to light the way. Our love for them is endless, and that to say immeasurable. I just wish I could hug them, kiss them, and bless them, and have them here with us forever. Thank you for sharing your joy, your grief, and your support with us. We ask that you grant us the respect and privacy we will need to navigate this new reality. To honor our Team Mamba family, the Team Mamba Sports Foundation has set up the Mamba on 3 Fund to help support the other families affected by this tragedy. These were words that was actually posted on Vanessa Bryant's Instagram along with a beautiful family photo of Kobe Bryant being exactly who Kobe Bryant was. A family man, a husband, and an adoring father. A doting father at that. He loved those 4 girls, and that was an amazing thing to see. I want to go ahead and move on to the next segment. And I know it's hard for us to move on, but as Vanessa clearly stated, that's what Kobe would have wanted, for us to go ahead and press on. So I'm going to jump over to the next topic, because I want to talk about the Atlanta Hawks versus the Philadelphia 76ers. This was an important game, and the reason why I bring this game up during Kobe Bryant tribute is because one of Kobe Bryant's biggest inspirations, Vince Carter, was actually playing in this game. Vince Carter, the fact that he was playing in this game is an amazing thing. He actually has now passed Dirk Nowitzki for the on the list. For now, he's third with the most amount of games played at 1,523 games. So congratulations, Vince Carter. That was a huge step for you, and I know you're gonna keep pushing. I think you're well on your way. You might have to play a whole nother season to catch Robert Parrish, but I'm rooting for you. If anybody can do it, I know you can. I'm rooting for you. Now, also in that game, Trae Young played very well, very well. I'm talking hands down Mamba mentality on his level. 39 points going hard, but he still followed that up with 18 assists, making sure that those buckets were moving around. He was definitely moving the ball. That was a big thing to see. We also want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets. Yes, Brooklyn Nets with Kobe's pretty much like his little brother, Kyrie Irving. We all remember that exchange between Kobe and Kyrie during the time that they played on the USA team together. That funny exchange when he was talking about that he could beat Kobe one-on-one. That was a great thing. But with heavy hearts, Kyrie Irving took the floor. And Spencer Dinwiddie did something that I find to be extremely classy. He, as you all know, Spencer Dinwiddie for the Brooklyn Nets had the number 8. But he changed that number 8 in honor of Kobe. So now he wears the number 26. And he showed out in the name of Kobe. He had 28 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. And not to mention Tayshaun Prince showed up too with 22 points and 7 rebounds. That was exactly what they needed to go ahead and take down the Detroit Pistons 125-115. But everybody was playing out of their mind. Now, the next game that I want to talk about. Now, this is the mentality that Kobe would have loved. This was a game of 2 heavyweights going back and forth. Yes, the story of Brodie and The Beard rolled into Portland, and they found out that they were running on Dame time. And let me tell you, Dame Lillard showed out. He had his first triple-double, notching 36 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds. But Russell Westbrook was not to go ahead and be showed up. He had 39 points, 6 assists, and 10 rebounds. Looking really good. James Harden had only 18 points in the loss. But, hands down, that's not what it was about. It was about Dame Lillard going against Russell Westbrook. And if anybody remembers how it was in OKC, when Dame Lillard pretty much, ran him out of town with that with the logo shot to end the game in the wave, it was something great to behold once again. To watch them play against each other, I think that this is something that I definitely was excited to see. Congratulations on their half. That was amazing. Another thing that I want to go ahead and touch base on before we go to break is going to be the All-Star Game changes. Yes, the All-Star Game is going to be a little bit different, and I want y'all to stick with me and to understand what's going to go on. The first 3 quarters are going to be like 3 mini games. Each time the quarter starts over, it's going to be 12-minute quarters. Each time it starts over at 0-0. Now, the winner of those 3 mini games, meaning they're going to add up all 3 scores for the 3 mini games, and then they'll decide who's ahead. Going into the 4th quarter, there will be no time, but it will be 24 points. You will have to score, it'll be 24 points set by the winning team score, 24 points higher than that, and that will be the number that they will have to reach or pass in order to win. So I think it's going to be a little bit more competitive. They're doing this to go ahead and honor Kobe Bryant, and I think it's absolutely amazing. I think there should be more things done to honor him, in my opinion. One of those things that I would go ahead and honor him by would be changing the game of 21 to no longer call it 21. Make it be Kobe. You know, it'll be a 24-point game. If you miss on point game, you go back to 8. That's what I think my contribution would be. I thought that was a great idea. I heard it. I thought it was a great idea, and I want to go ahead and pass it on to you. But the All-Star game is going to be a little bit different to tribute to Kobe. I'm liking it. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited to go ahead and take a look at that. Right now, we're going to go ahead and take a quick little break. I'm Coach Drew. This is the world of basketball, and I want to thank you for hanging with the BallCourt. All right, we'll be right back. Back to BallCourt. I am Coach Drew, and this is the world of basketball. I know our world is upside down right now with us losing Kobe, but this is a celebration, and we're going to continue to celebrate. As a matter of fact, I want to go ahead and talk about one of Kobe's favorite college players in our next segment that we call College Hoops / Ladies Night. So, first, I'm going to talk about Sue Ionescu. Yes, Sue Ionescu and the Oregon Ducks went in to go ahead and play Oregon State. In a show of pure class. I can't describe it as anything else. It was immense class. They walked into the middle of the court and came together as one team. Oregon State and Oregon all met in the middle of the court, held hands and held each other and prayed. The prayer huddle was broken with a chant of Kobe as they walked out. Phenomenal game for Sue Ionescu, dropping 19 points, 18 rebounds, and 3 assists. But even though Oregon Ducks won 66-57, the part that really got me about that whole thing was the way they all came together. That's what Kobe did. He brought us all together. Whether he brought us together to argue who was the greatest, whether he brought us together to say who was the best Laker, or whether he brought us together to say who's better, LeBron or Kobe. He brought us together. And he filled us with passion. And that's what that game was filled with. Also, let me go ahead and bring up some more ladies' news, because this, I think, is something big. Actually, Emma Meesseman and Elena Deladon of the Washington Mystics gave their verbal confirmation that they will be re-signing with the Mystics. So this is a chance for the Mystics to repeat and actually build a dynasty down over in Washington. It will be kind of awesome because it doesn't seem like any other team can win a championship there. Bradley Beal couldn't even make the All-Star game, and that was kind of hurtful in itself with the way that he's been playing. So it would be kind of nice to get some good news going on over there. So I'm hoping their verbal commitment actually holds up. You know, and another thing that we want to talk about in international news in the world of basketball is this beautiful mural that was actually posted up at a basketball court in the Philippines. Yes, it was Tenement Visuals did this mural, and it is absolutely beautiful, depicting Gigi Bryant and Kobe Bryant. It's something that it brought a tear the first time I saw it. Watching that Mambo logo in the top, it would be an honor to ever get to play on this court. But just to see it was something that was amazing within itself. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the world of basketball. And yes, we're going to always start off with them boys down under. And guess who's no longer down under? Yes, LaMelo Ball. He has returned stateside to prepare for the NBA draft. Last time we heard he was still in a walk-in boot. That's what I reported last time. And so, as we know of now, he will no longer be playing another game for the Iwara Hawks. I must say that there was a lot of congratulations, a lot of thanks. As a matter of fact, Matt Campbell stated, Coach Matt Campbell, the GM Matt Campbell, stated that LaMelo has had a big impact on our club and the league, and we thank him for everything that he has done for the Hawks and the Illawarra community. He has a very bright future ahead of him, and the Hawks are proud to have played a part in that journey. So everything is great, and I'm happy to hear about it. The Illawarra Hawks is no longer the home of LaMelo Ball, but do not cry for them as of yet because they're going against the Tapins. The Illawarra Hawks will be going against the Tapins in round 18 of the NBL, and they will be fighting and they will be playing hard. All right, and speaking of the NBL in round 18, they will be celebrating Kobe in their own manner. Every game, they will take a 24-second moment of silence just for Kobe. It is going to be the NBL's 24 for 24 campaign. This is something that I'm happy that they're doing. It seems like everyone all over the world is celebrating the life of Kobe Bryant. In China, they was stated that Kobe is one of the biggest athletes outside of Yao Ming. You know? Anywhere you go, Kobe is the player that people want to emulate. You can line up any trash can in any neighborhood on any part of the world. If you have a piece of paper, you will fade away and you will yell out the words, Kobe. You will be missed. You will be missed. We're going to take a brief little break. I want to get things set up. I have a special guest coming in with us, and we're going to hit up some special topics. Before I go to break, I want you to give me 2 minutes of your time. And during these 2 minutes of your time, I want you to listen to this tribute in the words of Paul George. This is Paul George.
Our city is suffering. 4 days ago in Calabasas, 9 lives were lost, leaving a gaping hole in the heart of Los Angeles. We gather tonight in the house that Kobe Bryant built to honor him and them. Kobe was as synonymous with Southern California as the sunshine. He touched every inch of it. He arrived in LA a prodigy, grew into a phenomenon, and retired a local institution and international icon. The outpouring of the past 96 hours is evidence of his everlasting impact. Whether he played for your team or against it, his allure was unmistakable. The dynamism, the determination, the drive. He won 5 championships with the Lakers, and shortly after unfurling his final fadeaway, earned an Academy Award. He was a storyteller, a mentor, and above all, a father. His 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, was a basketball star in her own right. Join us in tribute to Kobe, Gigi, and all the victims, born throughout the Southland and across the globe. Orange Coast College baseball coach John Altobelli, his wife Carrie, and their daughter, Alyssa. Sarah Chester and her daughter, Peyton. Mamba Academy basketball coach Christina Mauser, and pilot Ara Zobayan.
That was Paul George's tribute to Kobe. And we'll be back right here on BallCourt. Coach Drew.
And I'm JT, the sneaker guy.
And this is a special edition of Let's Kick It. We're bringing you this special edition via BallCourt because it's in honor of the late, great Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant.
Black Mamba.
Man, when you got the news, like, how did you take it?
When I got the news, I was at basketball practice with my daughter, and a friend of mine texted me, and I've had news that a family member died or passed away, I should say, and it immediately sinks in.
Yes.
But when I got that news, I said, this has to be fake news. I had to search. I went to Yahoo, ESPN, Instagram, YouTube, and I'm like, surely this is fake. It's fake news, it gotta be. And the more I dig, I found out, it was true, and I kind of froze. It just sat there for a moment, like, this is real.
It was a surreal moment for everyone. I could clearly understand how you felt. And I know being at basketball practice with your daughter, because I was the same with mine, all my daughters were there at practice. I felt like afterwards, when I got home, I wanted to hug them just a little bit more, hug them just a little bit tighter.
Absolutely.
It was absolutely devastating about what happened. And it leads me to start thinking about Kobe on a whole, on the totality, because outside of Kobe, the basketball player, Kobe, the sneaker brand, was just as innovative, just as determined to be the best, to be different, to tailor make itself. So I have to ask you, there was many Kobes. What was your top? What was your best Kobe ever that you would say, hey, I gotta rock it today?
Speaking of being innovative, man, when you talk about the Kobe 9 and 10,
Yes.
with, we always speak about being old school.
Yes.
And when I saw that they come all the way up, I was like, and then just the patterns of the Kobe 9s and 10s.
Okay.
It's just, those shoes are impeccable, man.
So the Kobe 9s and 10s, that's your top one.
Outside of the Crazy 8.
I would have to say the Adidas KB8 was my number one. That was my number one Kobe shoe. It was authentically Kobe.
Absolutely.
I really liked it. We refer to it so much on our show, Let's Kick It. So I think that was like my favorite. If I had to pick a number two, it would be the Kobe ADs.
The Kobe ADs.
Yes. It was after he didn't play in them or anything, but I just loved the way they look and the way they felt when I played in them. And when you play in the Kobe ADs, you kind of feel like a little bit of Kobe in yourself, a little bit of wow, a little, So it was something about that just gave it a whole different presence for me.
Absolutely. What about the 2Ks? Those were actually for Kobe himself too.
Yes, it was.
And, and those shoes, and a funny story about that, I actually purchased those shoes. And back home, I had my entire car stolen, like movie Hollywood style. The car was the guy started the car up and backed out the gate, and
wow.
And my friend was like, "Dude, you just bought those shoes?" I'm like, "They were in the trunk." So a couple weeks later, I found my car stripped and everything, and I'm like,
and of course,
shoes.
You ain't even care about the car no more. Like, the insurance will pay for the car.
Like, oh man,
hopefully the insurance paid for the shoes too. You should have told them, man. I had like 20 pairs of them in there.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. But my funniest Kobe story, or wearing Kobe's, I remember when the KB8s first came out.
Okay.
Right. I was actually in college. And I thought to myself, man, actually, I wasn't in college. They had came out the year before, and then but when I was in college, I had just had my chance because I got my first credit card, so financially I was able to get it. So I went out and I got them. And let me tell you, there's not much you can match with the KB8s if you're on a budget. You know what I'm saying? Remind you, I was eating ramen noodles at the time. So it wasn't like I didn't have
not many
stuff.
options.
Yeah, I didn't have that stuff in my closet. But I wore those KB8s with everything. I had a Columbia rain suit. Remember those?
Yeah, absolutely.
The rubber ones?
Absolutely.
I wore those KB8s with that Columbia rain suit like it was a religion.
Wow.
It was my uniform for about a But that's my Kobe story right there. Lou Williams had a great sneaker story with Kobe.
Okay.
They had a bad game, stated, and Kobe came into the locker room and demanded everybody's Kobe's because they were playing so soft. That's when he was playing with the Lakers.
So Kobe said, "Run it."
Pretty much. He came in and deboed. But that was Kobe in the thing. You could not play soft. He does not suffer fools, and he does not suffer fools and weak people lightly.
Absolutely.
But hey, let's jump into a quick episode of a rock or flop, because I know this is just a little special, so I'm not gonna give you everything. So we got a couple shoes here that we want to talk about for the rock or flop. All right. First shoe we're gonna talk about is the Nike Kobe 5 Pro Throw, the big stage.
Gotcha.
What do you think about those?
I love the white.
Yeah.
I love the gold, and I love the pattern down the side. And I tell you this, Drew, I don't know if it's if I'm just in the moment, but I would wear those on court. But you know, I'm a huge
Low top.
I'm a huge fan of ankle support.
Yes.
But I think there would be magic in those shoes right now.
Right now, I would absolutely wear those. I wouldn't wear, the only low top that I've ever worn repeatedly was a Kobe.
Yeah.
I don't like low tops because I'm always scared that, my foot's going to come out the shoe or I'm going to twist my ankle. But with Kobe's, I would rock it with a regular outfit, a nice little tapered jeans. I love the fact that it celebrates his championships.
Absolutely.
I'd probably throw on like a little T-shirt with the five championships on there, and then a suit jacket with it. This is something that is perfect for on court like yourself.
Absolutely.
Or perfect for date night. You know what I mean? It's a good look.
But off the topic, but
Yeah.
When Kobe he shoots up to 5 and you see the damage his hand has taken to be that great. That is I would love to have that picture in my man cave one day. Him holding up the 5 rings, like, yeah, we won 5 rings, and you see he's all, his joints are all swollen and everything.
Hey, that's what you got to go through. It's the making of a champion. He left everything out there. When he retired, he was able to walk away and say, I don't have to play again. Even after a 60-point game, he said, I don't have to do this again. He gave everything to the game. And that was the beauty of it.
Absolutely.
And those shoes, the Kobe 5 Pro Throw, the big stage, they clearly demonstrate that.
Absolutely.
Now, they were supposed to be released February 7th, but in lieu of recent events, the release date has been pushed back. Now, they are going to be debuting, or they were set to debut at 200. Hopefully, it does remain the same. Because before, if you ever watched Let's Kick It, our segment Last 200. That would definitely be my last 200 right there.
Absolutely.
Next thing I want to go ahead and jump into is the Kobe 5 Pro Throws Chaos, which is out now. It's $180. It's out now. I find them to be pretty cool. I would not ball in them. I would ball in them during this time. During this time that we're talking about Kobe, and during this time that we're in remembrance of Kobe, I'd ball in them right now.
Yes,
the reason I would ball in them right now for that is because I'm a fan,
Absolutely.
and I would want that little bit of that magic just to spill out a little bit,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's why I think I would. What about you? Rock or flop?
Absolutely rock. And man, I tell you, I wouldn't, not a a very competitive game. Maybe if I'm going out and whip up on my girls or something like that, I will rock them. But just outside of that, man, I would love to just marvel at them because, just to be honest, I'm still very emotional. So,
Yes.
It would be one of those conscious buys that I would probably be like, hey, where you going with that?
You know what I'm saying?
Like I know you like playing the daddy sneakers, but put them back.
We don't play in those.
We don't play in those. Yeah.
Hey, well, go grab the red bottoms out the closet.
Yeah.
Like we don't play in those. So, the next topic I want to go ahead and jump into. So that's a definite rock for you too.
Absolute rock.
That's a rock for me. I would wear that probably with some black jeans, jeans jacket. Actually, that's interchangeable.
Absolutely.
The chaos is interchangeable because the colors are so vibrant.
Yeah.
You could wear it to pop or you could wear it to match. You could go matchy. You know what I'm saying? It's so much going on there, and I like that. I like that about a shoe. Now, we gotta talk about. There was a little bit of news that took place on Monday. It was released that Nike had suspended, or not Monday. I'm sorry. On Sunday, it was released that Nike had suspended the stock that they had, for Kobe merchandise and Kobe products, that it was suspended by Nike, and that report came out by ESPN.
Okay.
Well, since Nike has actually reached out to Sneaker News to go ahead and correct any misconceptions that report had, when they reached out to Sneaker News, they stated that it actually didn't. They didn't suspend it. They had just sold out. What took place was when everybody heard the news, when TMZ broke the news before Vanessa Bryant was informed, everybody heard the news and they started buying up Kobe gear left and right.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. This is my first time hearing this.
Yes.
You telling me TMZ knew before?
Yes, TMZ broke the news to everyone before Vanessa Bryant actually heard the news. Yes. And due to the fact that that information was so premature, Nike had to. They were trying to gain. They were trying to gain an understanding on the whole thing, what was taking place, and trying to make sure that to verify the stories that were taking place. By the time they were able to do so, product was sold out. Things were moving very quickly. As a matter of fact, there was very few of the Kobe Pronto 5 Chaos remaining, in just select sizes. So if you haven't got yours yet, you're probably going to have to wait for quite some time before you get it,
I know this is supposed to be a short segment, but I want to ask you this.
Yeah.
How do you feel about resellers capitalizing off the debt of Kobe Bryant and the merchandise that they can possibly upsell for upwards of 300, 400, 500% due to people wanting to get a piece of his legacy that they don't think they could get in the future?
I honestly believe that it would be an awful thing for a reseller to go ahead and capitalize during this time. It would be awful. With that being said, I understand that as lovely as I would love the world to be, that is probably not that way. There's going to be people out there that's going to be unsavory about things.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be people who are going to counterfeit things and try and resell it at same prices. And that's the sad thing about it. But in Kobe fashion and in Kobe's legacy, what we will do as a sneaker community and as a basketball community, we'll just push forward, and things will always be right. We will always be able, as long as we're pushing forward, we're always going to find a resolution that is needed to make sure that things are working,
Absolutely.
But I'm glad, JT, you came out to help me out with this special Let's Kick It. And this was a Let's Kick It shout out to, Kobe Bean Bryant, the boy from Philadelphia that ripped out Philadelphia's hearts.
Yeah.
He's the man, the legend, the father, the husband. He is a great, great man, great basketball player, and a great sneaker icon.
Absolutely.
Well, I am Coach Drew.
And I'm JT, the sneaker guy.
And this has been Let's Kick It. Kicking It Courtside, special edition for BallCourt. That last little segment with us, that was the Let's Kick It segment. I'm glad we did that little special one. It's a lot dedicated. I'm glad he did that. You can always catch Let's Kick It. It's going to be back next week at its regular time with some new hot sneakers. But I'm glad JT came and did that. That was real cool of him. I want to go ahead and touch base while we jump into this next topic. This right here is going to be a word from the coach. I usually like to finish off my show with doing this, the word from the coach. Now, before I jump into that, it's been with what took place with Kobe. It touched a lot of people and hurt a lot of people. But I recall just a few days ago, just yesterday, I spoke with Malik, the star of the Blitz, and he asked me how was I personally affected by Kobe's passing. Now, there was a lot of things that I could have stated. I was like, well, I was also an AAU coach, just like he is. To see another coach gone, it hurts, just another man in itself. I was a huge fan of his. There was a lot of things that really affected me. But I think the one thing that affected me the most was we were part of a fraternity. A very exclusive fraternity. And it's a fraternity that I have always been extremely proud to be a part of. And not many outside of Kobe Bryant and a lot of my other friends, CJ Watson, and that I've actually seen that really celebrated that fraternity. But it's like now, losing one of our key members in the girl dad fraternity, it's like it brought it to light. It brought who we are to light. I have friends, such as I have friends that are in other sides of the country that has never done the sport that their daughter does, and will travel miles to go to a track meet to watch her run. Will cheer her on, give her every training she needs. He's her number one fan, her number one supporter, her number one coach, her number one everything. There is so many girl dads out there that when we sit back and we look at everything that has come of this, the one thing that I am actually very proud of is the fact that this has shown us how great it is to be a girl dad. How great it is to have somebody that's looking in your image and look at you as their first love. Now, I have a nice little video that I'm going to go ahead and play. While I play this video, these are some of the most famous girl dads that's been posting since ESPN's Ella Duncan made her statement about girl dads. I am absolutely proud to be one of those girl dads. I am absolutely proud to be the key supporter. Not her reason why she's doing it, but she's my reason why I'm still loving it. I coach my daughters to play basketball, but I will coach them to do whatever they wanted to do. And like Kobe Bryant's father told Kobe at a very young age, it doesn't matter if they score 0 or 60. I will love them anyway. Because before I'm their coach, before I'm their trainer, before I'm their host, I'm that girl's dad. And that means a whole lot to me. Here goes a message from our sponsor. This is CashToChecking.com.
Cash to Checking is one of the nation's leading finance companies. providing up to $400,000 in unsecured funding for business or personal use. We have relationships with over 250 lenders nationwide.
Welcome back. That was cashyourchecking.com. Oh man, I am glad there's a lot of opportunities out there. If you want to change your life and stop living someone else's dream and start living your own dream, go to cashyourchecking.com/Drew. cashyourchecking.com/DREW. Go there now, check it out. Man, I want to thank JT the Sneaker Guy for coming through. You know, you can check me and him out on Let's Kick It. That's popping off every single week. That's the thing right there. Also, if you want to hear my interview with Malik on The Blitz, go to radio.com. Check out and follow The Blitz. They got new episodes coming out. Malik is crazy. He's funny. He's live. He's exciting. He's a new thing. Also, I want you to also check out me at BallCourt, also on radio.com. Follow us, like us. Make sure you get in subscribed on CWNsports.com. Make sure you're following us on YouTube. We got new videos coming out. We got new episodes coming out regularly. And plus, stay tuned. CWN Sports got some other big things coming up. Shh. Things are in the works, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. I want to thank each and every person for sitting down, join me in the world of basketball. Thank you for helping me celebrate the life, the legacy, and the legend known as Kobe Bryant. And me, I'm Coach Drew. This is the world of basketball, and I think I'll see you next time. You go and hit the showers. It's been a great world so far. We're going to make it better.